Okay, back in it. There's done a little bit since since the last video, just a little bit of art. I drew up this little fish, which I have put into Unity, but I'm still triggering it right now. So let me jump into the script actually, and I probably should have named this fish by its size. Anyway, let's stay on track here. I have an animator. I'm getting the animator reference. Got it. So currently what I'm trying to do is get the speed, and basically if the I guess I have to get the magnitude. I don't really want to, but I think I have to. So I'll say float velocity magnitude 0. And then if the I'm just going to be setting the animator to this, so velocity magnitude equals rigid body linear velocity dot magnitude. And then I'm clamping this so it should be like the value that I send to the animator anim.set float. I believe it's just called speed. It's gonna be mathf.clamp magnitude velocity magnitude between 0 and max vertical. There we go. So that way we get a number between 0 and 1. Yeah, and then we're gonna divide that. Divided. Oh, don't want to do that. Float. Progress, and then I can say this. If velocity magnitude equal to 0, then 0. Otherwise, we're gonna do this. Clamp. No, that's gonna be magnitude. Max. Ooh. We're gonna clamp this by the max horizontal, and then we'll say max. Yeah, that should do it. Let's see. It's okay. Still feels like he's not flipping fast enough. Let me jump into his animator. Maybe I can 1.5. Let's try that. Which, by the way, this looks terrible. Why is the screen this? I thought it was double this. Um, yeah, basically the resolution of the screen is off, so this looks really not great. What am I doing? Clicking on this, 1.5. Oh, it remembers it. Cool. Okay, the problem here is just that this fish looks terrible. It's supposed to look more like that, and it's not. Maybe if I do like an even number, it'll look better. Or no, it still looks terrible. And it's not because of. I don't think it's turn this off. No, it's not because of that. It's definitely because of this up here. This camera. It's a pixel perfect camera, and the grid size is actually that's fine. My grid size is gonna. The quality is gonna change. I think. Let's change this to 128 times 2, which is what? 256? 256? Okay, that looks better. Probably need to fix the grid here. 8? Can you not like snap this to like an even number? 2. I mean, it's still not. Still getting these like funky little edges here. Let me try playing it. Why do I have this funky little? Oh, got it. Okay, let's jump to the camera. This size is all messed up. Yeah, I messed this up here. 16. It's still 16. Okay. I mean, that doesn't look terrible. That's a passable fish. It's fin. Its top fin is still kind of bugging me, but and obviously this art. Okay, well, yeah, it still feels good. Okay, let's fix this. This needs to be 16, and then I'm gonna create like a little. Let's jump into A Sprite. Um, let's do. I need these colors. Steal that. File new. Let's just do 9. 9? 12, 16. I just need these colors here. Delete. Oh my goodness. Zip, zip. Oh my goodness. Play this. Okay. There we go. Let's add that. Add that. Cool. Delete. So that's all we got. And then let's add some bubbles. The background is that light color. So then I gotta do the bubble's gonna be the dark color. Oh, this is probably too big. So little bubble. Actually, let's just do that and then that. It's probably as big as I need, just like a regular. X file new. K. File export. Always with this. PNG. Bubble. Small. I'm gonna have to organize those. File export. I really wish I would just look at the last place I was at. Okay. Cool. We're gonna jump back over here. Make sure these are the right size. Actually, these can probably be just on the bottom. Okay. I actually haven't tried to do particles, I don't think, with pixel art. But I probably should do that. That probably seems like to be the most obvious. And then I could make the speed of it make more bubbles come out. What am I doing? Rendering. Why am I spacing on where this is? Particle effects, where are you at? I'm still kind of adjusting to Unity 6 a little bit. Some stuff's moving around and is it in here? Am I overlooking it? I'm gonna be super embarrassed if later everyone's just like, it's right there. It's right there. Look at it. Component. I feel like it's in rendering. What else would it be? Effects? My goodness. Create. Why isn't there an effects thing here? Dude, this is bananas. Create. Oh, it's because I have to. I'm over. It's not a prefab. I'm overthinking it. Particle system. Let's try bubble particles. We're gonna have to make our own material. We'll call this pixel bubbles. Let's do medium. Okay, this is not going to be lit. It's going to be unlit for sure. Transparent. And then this is going to go right on here. Doink. What am I missing? Oh, it's not a, I have it on the wrong. It needs to be particles unlit. Okay. Still, what is going on? Because it doesn't have, right, it doesn't have a picture. Let's lock that. Huh. Okay, these are enormous for one. Why are these so enormous? Should these be 16 now? What's going on? Are they scaling? Okay, before I move on, let me go back. 8. Why? If they're scaling, we're going to kill that. Hmm. We're going to do a lot less of these. And oh boy, don't want to do that. Okay, so let's say it's here. Because the size, oh my goodness. That's why it's so weird. I rotated it. And I want it to be kind of random. I want the is there like a random? I know there's a random force over lifetime. Random seed. Okay, let's move this guy down. And then let's make these particles a little bit more frequently than that. That's an emission. Yep. I want it to be a little bit more, should be over distance maybe. I still don't understand why these are so big. Why are these so big? 16, apply. These are still so big. Start size 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 1. 1. Why are these so big? But if I go 0.25, I just don't get it. Let's just say 1 there. 0.5, 0.5. I mean, that looks like closer, but it's still funky. It's still funky. Come on. Okay. This is the kind of stuff that you get like stuck on and it's just sucking all of your time. Okay. From now on, I'm not going to do that. I am going to create my own sort of emission. And I'm going to call this bubble emitter. We're not going to be dropping that many bubbles anyway. Sprite. How do I want to do this? If particles are funky, I'm gonna have to spawn individual sprites and then have them like. So not only do I need to do this. Okay, when I'm taking a prefab, I'll have like a small bubble. Actually, I don't need to. I can just create game objects. I just need these sprites. Sprite, small bubble, bubble, small, bubble sprite, small, and then I'll do medium. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep track. So this bubble emitter is going to keep track of how do I want to do this? I could make it just randomly pick a time and blow a bubble. So let's say serialized field float max. Let's do a vector 2. Min max time between bubbles. Okay, and then we'll say public. This is just gonna do it on its own. So update. I don't need to tell it anything. Float time elapsed. Float time until bubbles. Okay, so every second, we're gonna say time elapsed plus equals time dot delta time. If time elapsed is greater than or equal to time until bubbles. Then we'll say time elapsed, time until bubbles equals random dot range. Min max dot x, min max dot y. And then we'll say time elapsed. Oh my gosh, why does it keep doing that? Time elapsed equals 0. And then we're gonna spawn bubbles. Okay. Let's say bubbles, and then we could probably do like a serialized field transform target position, and then we should do like another thing that's like a certain amount of bubbles. Serialized field vector 2 min max bubbles, and that way that's going to be an int, and then int bubble count equals random range bubble min max bubbles dot x min max bubbles dot y. This is still exclusive. Hold on. Good. Wait, exclusive. Plus one. So we're gonna say for bubble count. Length for bubble count. We're gonna say var position. Var bubble equals new game object dot. We need to create new game object. We're gonna call it bubbles. I probably still do need like a. I could pool these. Yeah, I could pool these. I should pool these. Private list. Game object. Bubble objects. New. Okay. What? There we go. And then we're only going to spawn bubbles. Say int amount to spawn equals bubble count minus bubble. We'll say if bubble object has 1 in it and bubble objects has 1 in it and bubble count is 2, then I want to say bubble. I would say if it's okay, so I need to check. Bubble objects count is greater than bubble count. Then the answer is 0. Bubble objects count. Actually, rename bubble objects pool. Otherwise, private dictionary. Is that what I want to do for each one? Do I really want to keep track of each one? I don't want to create like enumerators, keep track of them. All this is because I just don't want to. Because I just don't want to keep track of them, and the easiest thing to do would be just to do the. I'm making it too hard, and it's late. I should just keep it simple. Bubbles. Small. Then add bubbles. Small. Yep. No, unlit. Cool. And then I'm gonna prefab it. Bubble small. Dude, what's going on? Okay, bubble emitter. All that, because I didn't want to do that. Then we'll say serialized field. Game object. Bubbles small. I actually don't want it to be a game. I don't want to do that. Because the whole point of doing this was to bubble tracker. The whole point was to be able to have each bubble handle itself. So on spawn, okay. On enable, float time active equals 0. It probably should be like if it breaks the water surface or something. But for now, I'm thinking I'm just gonna. I can change it later. It's just gonna keep going. Or should it be? Maybe they just like go transparent. For now, I'm gonna kill this. And then I'll say if transform dot position dot y is less than, what are we doing here? What's this current position? Right. Save this. If it's less than 10, then transform dot position equals vector 3 dot up times float surface speed equals 10. I don't know. Surface speed times time dot delta time. Just a simple one. Otherwise, else we are going to void return bubble prefab bubble object game object bubble object and this is going to have bubble emitter. Okay. Yep. Public bubble emitter. This doesn't do anything yet, but eventually it might, like with the timer. And then this will say emitter dot return this. Dot game object. Bubble emitter. I will say bubble object. Game object dot set active false. And then we will add it to the bubble objects pool. Add this. Oh, not this. Bubble object. Cool. So if it's, so here we're saying if the bubble object pool count is greater than what we need, then it's fine. We don't need to borrow any. Otherwise, if it's greater than or equal to, otherwise we need to spawn some. So then we're going to say bubble count minus bubble pool account. Okay. Then that will spawn bar bubble new bubbles, new bubble equals instantiate bubble. I don't think I've done it yet. Game object. Prefab. 1, 2, 3. Bubble small prefab. On target dot position dot position. Quaternion dot identity. Great. We'll say new bubble dot get component bubble tracker. Dot I for BT equals bubble tracker. Then we'll say BT dot emitter equals this. BT dot game object dot set active true. Okay. And then we're going to remove bubble count. Now this is going to be amount to spawn. The amount to spawn is that much. And each time we do this, we're going to subtract 1 from bubble count. Bubble count minus minus. Right? Nothing else is changing this. Cool. Then we'll say for bubble count dot for bubble count bubble objects. We're going to go backwards through this actually. Huh. Okay, we're going to say bubble objects pool 0. No, actually. We'll say bubble count. So if I have 2 bubbles, this is going to, it will be 1, 2, needs to be greater than 0. Yep, for bubble count. Then we're going to actually not for bubble count. This should be bubble objects pool dot count minus 1. There we go. And then this should be it's greater than or equal to 0. Bubble objects pool dot count minus 1. Nope. Minus 1 dot, let's borrow this, var used bubble equals. Otherwise, this is going to get hard to track. Used bubble dot transform dot position equals target dot position. Var. Let's do this. BT equals used bubble. This game object set active to true, bubble count, and then we'll say if bubble count is equal to 0, break. And now I could do this accurately, but that should be good to go. So spawn bubbles, cool. Spawn bubbles. All right, let's see if this works. That was a lot to do without testing anything. Save. Bubble emitter. Prefab. Right. Bubble. Okay, I'm not doing that anymore. So it's going to be, I need to get rid of that in a little bit. But for now, let's just do this. And the prefab. Cool. The max time between the bubbles should be 2 and maybe 8. The minimum is going to be 1 and 4. And let's try that. Oh God, do I already have this thing too low? Oh, I know what's going on. Okay. Select, open. I don't think I'm multiplying by delta time. No, I am. Okay, I need to say transform dot position plus that. Okay, that should do it. And then while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. Okay. This should be crazy just for this like little detail. But I feel like it'll add a lot to this. Okay. What? What's going on here? Null reference. Oh, right. When I'm spawning them, I am not. No. Emitter equals that. It's because this. It's because this one. Okay, let's check out that. And I realize why this is weird now, and it's because I forgot that I'm scaling this dude. Look at all these. It's so obvious now. But Okay. Just got caught up playing it. Okay, so this thing is not clear. I think it's moving too fast also. Let's go to bubble small. Let's change bubble tracker. Let's change the speed to like 4. What I really should do is set the position of where it should be and then set a target position and then set an offset. Of what that is so that it can, I kind of want it to weave a little bit. Play. I mean, that's cool and all, but like, why does it still, what is the height here? Let's go 20. Let's make it 20. Okay. Great. If, wait, what? Okay. So, for some reason, that's like still really tiny. Um, oh, actually, it's because it's centered and they're equally centered. Open sprite editor. And I'm just now realizing it's probably because of this. Could it be? If I move, can I custom? Yeah. Can I not move that? Custom pivot. Do like 0.25. I don't know why I feel like that's gonna fix it. Oh, that's because I'm using the medium and not the small. I think it's the small that is having this issue because it's like right in the middle. Yeah. Custom. 0.25. Oh, it's not 0.25. It's like 3.33. Apply. I mean, I think that's right. Set this to like an actual scale. I think that's right. Why does that still look so weird? Um, I also don't know why this fish food looks so bad. Why does it look so bad? Edit. This is in the middle too. Um, Custom. There. 0.4. Apply. Great. Uh, but that is, huh? If these are correct, then why does my fish look so bad? Scale. Let's go 1. Okay. Okay. So now I got this mega fish. Okay. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. I didn't realize I had to scale down. Jesus. Okay. So, mega fish, you need to be bigger, especially your um I think what I was copying was for the large. Okay, and then now we're gonna do This is more than I wanted it to be, for sure. As far as like, somehow it's still fairly complicated just setting up this stuff for such a simple looking game. Okay. So the other thing is, I realize I need to do the other size fish. I guess I could just straight up scale it down. I don't want to do that right now though. Let's get these bubbles. Okay. So the bubble is this is so boring. Anyone watching this is like punching themselves in the face. Apply. 8. Apply. Okay, that's the right size. Right. That feels good. That's pretty good. Okay. So, I'm gonna just put some around here. The what I need to do is on this prefab, I need to add some an animation curve. Okay. And then I'm gonna do a serialized field animation curve. We'll just call it curve. Serialized field. We'll say float curve time. So I don't know, maybe 1.5 seconds. Okay. Then we'll say float. Hey, I spelled it right. Curve time progress. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is like at start, I'm going to say curve time progress equals random. Just give it some random range. So it's kind of in a different wiggle space, I guess. Random range 0 and curve time. Yeah. Sometime within there. And then here, I can say, let's keep track of our position. Private vector 3 target position. And here we'll say target position equals transform dot position. Now that we have the target position here, we'll say target position equals target position plus equals this x swing there. So we're going to add that. We're going to go up. And now what I need to do is say that the x is going to be different. The x is going to be, let's say, serialized field float x scale. equals 1. So we'll say that the x position is going to be somewhere on this curve. We'll say var curve prog equals curve dot evaluate curve progress time progress divided by curve time. Got it. That's the actual number. And then the position will be var x position equals target dot x plus curve progress times x scale times x scale. Is that right? I think that's right. Yep. Yeah, and then here we'll say transform dot position equals new vector 2 x position target dot y. Cool. That should do it. Starting to feel the tiredness. Oh, it's been an hour. Let me stop.